I would say we're the anti-MAGA model. And because of our success, and there's just no question, but despite the rhetoric from the Trump administration, this is an incredibly successful state, that we are the exemplar that causes them pain and they want to hurt us. And so let me talk about just briefly the 5 things they're doing right now, at least, which are hurting us and which will have long-term consequences. One is tariffs in the ports of LA and Long Beach and Oakland, for that matter, which are enormously important to the United States. 31% of container goods come through the the San Pedro ports. So that's number one, and that's causing loss of jobs. Number two, we've talked a lot about the immigrants and what that's going to do to the economy. It's going to cause people not to have people to do construction, to do healthcare, to do agriculture, and that's going to hurt California's economy. Third, on budgetary level, they're going to hurt us, and already with the big, beautiful bill, so-called, they're hurting us with respect to Medicaid, especially, but also food stamps. There's direct effects. That bill would probably reduce the number of people with health coverage in California by millions. But then there's indirect effects as well, because there were monies that wouldn't come to California and that would cause us to have budgetary problems. I'm very worried that the state can't cover the shortfalls that are going to occur because of those cuts. So that's that. And then there's what they did in Los Angeles with bringing troops in. The mayor is absolutely right. This is unprecedented. It's worth knowing, by the way, that in '65, Lyndon Johnson actually first talked to the governor of the state of Alabama, George Wallace, before he sent the troops, and then sent them when Wallace was unwilling to protect civil rights protesters. Trump didn't even call the governor of our state to ask him what should be done or how it should be done. So this is really unprecedented, norm breaking. And then finally, I'd say what he's doing to the universities. This is going to have really enormous long-term consequences. The short-term consequences are that we may have more trouble enrolling undocumented students and be given grief for that. But the long-term impacts will be that it will perhaps ruin the greatest higher education system literally in the world. And that's the UCs, the CSUs, and the community colleges. And to ruin those institutions is just an act of vandalism that's unprecedented and extraordinary. And that is maybe going to have very, very long-term consequences in terms of our ability to be technical innovators. Now, if there's any good news, the good news. All of these are going to start hurting our economy and the economy of the United States as a result, since we're such a large fraction of the economy of the United States. And as a result, there are going to be economic consequences. And we'll see if that starts to cut in terms of the rest of the country, recognizing that vandalism is not a good idea.